Hello and welcome to Janet Clark's page. I'm sure you're here for her training session, her series that she's doing, especially for coaches and consultants. And I don't blame you if you're wondering, who the hell is that on camera? She doesn't look like Janet. And you're right, I'm not Janet. I'm standing in for Janet today. My name is Linda Lopek, and Janet is a client of mine. I'm standing in for her because she's on the road traveling through a mountainous range. And while she's very comfortable with working from the car, in the mountains, internet service is spotty if you can get it at all. And there was no way around the scheduling conflict, so she asked me to step in for her, and that's why you're seeing me and not her today. Now, let's talk about this wonderful training series that Janet has put together for you coaches and consultants out there. As you know, Janet's a high ticket sales expert. She's personally sold more than $5 million worth of high ticket coaching programs for others, people that you would know and whose names you would instantly recognize. She wants to make sure that every coach and consultant out there has the opportunity to put their programs up for sale and get the price that they want for them. And for most of you, that means that you'll be selling your programs yourself in the beginning at least. So Janet can really be very helpful for you because she is so successful and such an expert at high ticket selling that if you were simply to model some of her behaviors and listen to her advice, you would be shortening your learning curve by leaps and bounds. In this series, last week, Janet talked to you about why so many coaches and consultants resist hiring salespeople to help them with this task. And there are many logical reasons for that. It's certainly understandable that you're concerned about what would happen if somebody else was representing you or your brand. I know that you work very hard to build your reputation online and that you've put your entire heart and soul into creating your programs and that you care very deeply about the services that you're offering to your clients. And it's hard to let go of your child like that, and I understand that, and so does Janet. So last week she talked about other options that you might want to explore. This week, though, she wanted to talk to you about some of the dangers and risks that you take when you sell your own coaching and consulting programs. Now, I'm not Janet, of course, so you'll forgive me if I have to refer to the notes now and then. We know, of course, that you've probably been in the coaching industry for some time, and you likely love your work and put everything you've got into developing your transformational programs. That's the wonderful side of your business, doing the actual coaching. But there's another side of your business that's equally important, and that is the lead generation and sales side of the business. Typically, that is not a skill set that you have highly developed. And if your programs are very successful and your lead pipeline is full, doesn't take too long until you find yourself doing more strategy calls than actual coaching. And that's where the dangers really start to build up for you, and they sneak up on you without your even realizing it at first. So what are some of the dangers that you're putting yourself in when you try to sell your own programs? Well, first is the people who are experts at selling have developed over time a very tough exterior. They face rejection on a constant basis, and they have grown over time immune to the negative effects of the cumulative aspects of being rejected on a regular basis. You probably haven't built up that type of resilience and imperviousness to what happens or what could happen to you when you're on the phone day after day taking your own calls. A person like Janet, who is highly skilled at this type of work, can do 6, 7, maybe even 8 phone calls in a day and have a 100% close rate at the end of it. And even she will be quite tired at the end of that day. The odds are, if you tried to do 6, 7, or 8 phone calls in a row, you probably wouldn't have a 100% close ratio. And that can start eating away at you and make you think, oh my God, maybe my program is not that great, or maybe I'm not that great, or maybe you just get frustrated with all the time you've spent on the phone not doing the real work that you wanted to be doing and not getting the number of sales that you had hoped for to keep your business moving forward. I think that